Welcome back to the General Bowser Show, hosted by me, Tyler Newsom. As usual, we will go over 4 topics, and after each topic, I'll tell my opinion and you tell me yours. Let's get into our first topic. That says Avenger Time Fionna and Cake trailer reveals alternate universe twist on beloved animated show. The Adventure Time Fionna and Cake spin-off series finally has an official trailer. The upcoming series, which will premiere on Max on August 31st with 10 half-hour episodes, presents an alternate universe from the world of Adventure Time, which followed the adventures of Jake the dog and Finn the human in a magical post-apocalyptic world. The new series transforms the lead duo into the female characters Fionna the human and Cake the cat, in addition to gender swapping the rest of the cast. Max unveiled the official trailer for Adventure Time Fionna and Cake at San Diego Comic-Con 2023, this year. I may react to that. The trailer opens up with Fionna waking up and living a bland life in the modern world, wishing for more magic and adventure. After the trailer introduces the real-world versions of the gender-swapped Prince Gumball and Marshall Lee, the vampire king, Fionna and her cat quickly find themselves transported to the magical land of Ooo. Says what is going on in the Fionna and Cake trailer. The fact that the bulk of the Fionna and Cake trailer takes place in the real world takes a unique narrative spin from the original show, which is set almost entirely in Ooo. That series only included a few episodes set in the modern world of the distant past. Because of that, the beginning of the trailer is likely meant to feel jarring in some ways, mirroring the way that the Matrix Resurrections opened, with Neo and Trinity living regular lives in what appears to be the real world before being released from the Matrix again. For the time being, it is unclear if the world depicted in Fionna and Cake is real or imaginary. The characters have appeared in a few episodes of Adventure Time and run of comic books, but for the most part, their backstory remains unexplored or in flux. However, a scene in the Adventure Time Season 9 episode Fionna and Cake presents the idea that Fionna and Cake aren't real, but rather are characters in a television series from the modern world. That's a little bit meta. If that is the case, Adventure Time Fionna and Cake may take on the shape of Pixar's Lightyear more than the Matrix Resurrections. If it's indeed a fictional entity inside the Adventure Time universe, it could explore a vastly different version of Ooo that is more connected to the modern world. However, it remains to be seen if the series has any big reveals up its sleeves about exactly what is happening here. The source is Max. So, this is how to do like a whole gender swap thing right, you know. Um, I would definitely watch it because that it's actually doing the whole gender swap thing right, and not just changing the main characters into swapped versions. It's gonna be like a parallel version of them. So, eh, so I'm pretty excited to see this series in action, and I may react to it when it comes out on Max. Still don't like the name that they changed it to, but um, so I think them doing like where they start out in like the modern world and then go to the land of is kind of a flip flop, and it would make more sense since they're kind of the flip flop of the original versions, so they could just flip flop around destinations to just give a more interesting take on it. And supposedly it's gonna be a show where they travel the multiverse of Adventure Time, which is gonna be great. So yeah, I'm probably gonna react to this trailer. Um, like I said, gonna be interesting. Tell me what you think. Are you gonna watch this on Max, or are you just gonna pass? Um, Other than that, tell me what you think in the comments, and we will go on to the next topic. Our second topic is a CBR article that says Ryan Reynolds to produce Biker Mice from Mars revival. It looks pretty cool. Perhaps there's no more excited to see Biker Mice from Mars getting a revival than Ryan Reynolds, as the Deadpool star has boarded the project to serve as executive producer. On Friday, it was announced by Nestle that the company has partnered up with Ryan's Maximum Effort and Fubo to produce the series, which was first announced in January. Uh, Executive producing the revival alongside Reynolds is director Brian Vauquier, as well as Cisco Henson, Matt Kravitsky, Michael Goodman, George Dewey, and Kevin Heel and Patrick Gooing, David Gandler, and Pamela Duckworth. Interesting last names. In the series, per the official synopsis, on the planet Mars there existed a race of anthropomorphic mice who enjoyed motorsports and had a very similar culture and society to that of human beings. Eventually, they were all but wiped out by the Plutarchians, an alien race of obese, foul-smelling, worm-eating, fish-like humanoids who plunder other planets for their natural resources. Their survivors, Throttle, Moto, and Vinny, managed to find a spaceship and escape the Plutarchians' takeover, but instead they soon find themselves crash landing on Earth in the city of Chicago, along with a charming female mechanic named Charlene. Uh, Charlie Davidson, the biker mice must defend Earth and defeat the villainous uh, Plar- Plarkians in an attempt to finally return to their homeland of Mars. Some people know that, uh, quote, some people know that I am a motorcycle enthusiast, so it was only natural for us to jump on board biker mice from Mars, Reynolds said. Of joining the project in a statement, Maximum Effort and Fubo look forward to putting a new spin on the cult classic with our friends at Nacelle. Director Brian Volk Wills added, the same way you can't have a hot dog without a bun. What would a biker mouse be without a bike? I believe we have definitely answered that question, he says. This year, Nacelle unveiled a wave of biker mice from Mars action figures for the main characters Throttle, Vinny, and Moto. Last year, the company started deviling into revealing classic toy lines including RoboForce, Secteriors, the Great Garlo, and Power Lords. Meanwhile, Nacelle has also previously presented innovative programming which includes the docu-series The Toys That Made Us and The Movies That Made Us. A premiere date has yet to be announced for the new Biker Mice from Mars, but the show will be the first animated series on the Maximum Effort channel. The source is Nacelle. Now I haven't watched this series since it was probably during the 90s and I was born in 2000, so didn't really watch it. So if he brings back a revival, it seems like a interesting concept, for people that watched it before. And I'm intrigued, and I may watch the revival of that show. And other than that, it's great that Ryan Reynolds is working on it. If I guess he's watched the show, and hopefully he can probably uh, bring it back to the way it was. Other than that, tell me what you think in the comments, and we will go on to the next topic. Our third topic is a CBR article that says Rick and Morty recasting Roland's role with Soundalikes. Seems interesting. Rick and Morty executive producer Steve Levy revealed how they'll replace former series creator Justin Roiland as the voice of the titular duo in the next installment. During the show's panel at San Diego Comic-Con, Levy was asked about the recasting process for Rick and Morty Season 7. Following Roland's dismissal from the show after domestic abuse allegations against him surfaced, he confirmed that they're currently looking to enlist Soundalike actors of Rick Sanchez and Morty Smith. With recasting nearing completion, it's Soundalikes. The characters are the same characters, no change, Levy said. We're closing in on the end of our process of the recast. In a previous interview, Adult Swim president Michael Owen addressed Roland's recasting by promising fans that the popular animated comedy won't be affected by this setback after Roland was accused of domestic battery and false imprisonment in January 2023. Reports about his bad behavior towards the Rick and Morty staff were also revealed, including his rumored strained relationship with co-creator Dan Harmon, who is reportedly not on speaking terms with Roland for the past seasons. What to expect in Rick and Morty Season 7? Rick and Morty is a sci-fi comedy following the misadventures of a mad scientist, Rick Sanchez, and his clumsy grandson, Morty Smith. The season 6 finale ended with the titular duo preparing to embark on the difficult task of tracking down Rick Prime, or Weird Rick, the culprit behind the murder of main Rick's C-137 family. The next installment will likely explore the overarching storyline of Rick's obsession with finding Rick Prime and tying into his tragic backstory first revealed during the season 5 finale. Except for Roland, Rick and Morty Season 7 is expected to retain the rest of its main cast, including Chris Parnell as Jerry Smith, Spencer Grammer as Summer Smith, and Sarah Shaw as Beth Smith. Season 6 previously featured the voices of Jack Black, Lisa Kudrow, Danielle Radcliffe, Susan Sarandon, Will Forte, Christopher Meloni, and Peter Dinklage. As for the next installment, there has been no announcement regarding its new guest star lineup. In addition, Adult Swim has also started plans to expand its fan-favorite series with the upcoming release of Rick and Morty the anime based on the original popular 5 anime short films set in a separate universe. The spinoff will include a new side to Rick and the Smith family. The anime will feature a Japanese voice cast consisting of Yohei Tadano, Kazusu Shaba, Manabu Muraja, Akia Mazai, and Jun Ari. Sorry if I kind of didn't do the exact, pronunciation right. All 6 seasons of Rick and Morty are available for streaming on Max. And the source is Twitter. So, I'm excited for season 7, and it's gonna be interesting because, uh, Dan Harmon, other series, one character he voiced, one character that Roiland voices sounds totally different. Wish they got a sound alike for that. I think he voices that. I don't know for sure, but it sounds a little bit different. But uh, the new Soundalikes for Rick and Morty season 7 are probably gonna be good because there's a lot of good, Soundalikes out there that sound like them. Um, so can't wait for season 7. Uh, Tell me what you think about them using Soundalikes for Rick and Morty. And other than that, we will go on to the next topic. Our last topic is a article by CBR that says My Adventures with Superman star prefers the show's positive spin on the DC hero. Jack Quad embraces the positive side of Superman in My Adventures with Superman. In an interview with Yahoo Entertainment, Quad shares his enthusiasm for a Superman committed to doing the right thing. He said, quote, I prefer the positive spin on him, but I think Henry's performance as both Clark and Superman was wonderful. Every conceivable iteration has been valid. This is a character that has existed for so long, and you have to take risk and try new things, because otherwise you're just repeating yourself. That is true. Uh, he further added, what I love about the character is that he's a person who wants to do the right thing. To see a superhero doing something super and heroic is very heartwarming to me. End quote. Jack Quad, I don't know if I'm saying that right, but has shown support for various Superman interpretations. While Quad prefers the positive spin on Superman, he acknowledges the value of darker interpretations attempted in the past. He commends Henry Cavill's performance as both Clark Kent and Superman, stating a gritty Superman isn't necessarily out of character. Every conceivable iteration has been valid. This is a character that has existed for a long time, and repeating myself. Oh, it just copies that. The shift toward a kinder portrayal of Superman is evident in James Gunn's upcoming reboot, Superman Legacy. Gunn, the new co-head of DC Studios, aims to embrace the character's kindness in his portrayal. David Cornet Cornezlet has been announced as the next actor to don the confidence in his ability to bring something special to the role. He embodies so much of what makes the character special, and I think he's gonna knock it out of the park no matter what take they wind up going with. I know he's going to nail it. Quad also discusses his approach to this distinguishing between Clark Kent and Superman and My Adventures with Superman. Given that the series portrays a younger Clark, still finding his footing as the Man of Steel, Quad omitted for subtly they said, quote, I wanted it to feel like he's not quite comfortable in Superman's shoes just yet. That's a slightly different direction for the character to take, but I also think it's one that audiences haven't seen a ton of either. Paying homage to Superman the movie, the series showcases Clark's first display of powers by saving a cat stuck in a tree. Quad appreciates this classic screenwriting tip of saving the cat early on, stressing the importance of Superman always being the hero who comes to the rescue. The source is Yahoo Entertainment. Yeah, I think he's doing a pretty good job at Superman and all that. I mean, I like his portrayal and I like the series overall. Um, there is, some, alterations, which is kind of unique to the series. Instead of the characters being like uh, um, being metahumans, uh, they are people that with technology and stuff, which it's interesting. Interesting interpretations of the villains. Um, so yeah, he does a good job doing the whole Clark Kent and Superman. You can kind of see how he makes kind of a difference uh, between them both. Yeah, that's those are my thoughts. Tell me what you think in the comments about this, and thanks for watching this podcast episode. Other than that, like and subscribe and share with your friends. Peace out.